Good morning, students. Today we will learn about JavaScript. In previous presentation, we have seen introduction to CSS and also saw one simple practical of CSS. Today we will see introduction to JavaScript. Here we will cover following points. Introduction to JavaScript, scripting language, use of JavaScript means where the JavaScript will be used in HTML, characteristics of JavaScript, how JavaScript works on a browser, on a server, that will be covered in characteristics, how to add JavaScript in HTML means where to add in a body section or in a head section, or how to add JavaScript. The script tag, what is the use, what is the significance of script tag in HTML. Then some of the important scripting syntaxes, how JavaScript will be written in the code, and lastly we will see how to add comments in JavaScript. Okay, so let's start with the points one by one. First is introduction. Till now the pages we created are static, that is no change occurs as a response to user's action. Means with the pages we have created using simple HTML are static pages, we can say. Means it doesn't have any responses to the user's action. Means if user clicks on certain portion of the page, or if user enters any kind of value in the control, then response to that action certain animation or certain text box or any prompt should be displayed. Means the page should be interactive to the user's action. That is not done yet. Okay, so to make our web page dynamic, that is interactive to the user's action, we use some scripting language like JScript, VBScript or JavaScript. So here we will be using JavaScript. Now script, it is a simple module which is used to handle user's action. It is a simple like a programming module which is added into the web page to manage the user's action. To write a script, we use scripting language and are interpreted by the browser while loading the web page. Right? So here the basic concept we need to understand, that the page we design using web designing language like HTML, and the validation or the interactivity we add into the page through various scripting language are totally different. Means HTML web page designing is different thing, and scripting language like JavaScript, JScript, VBScript are different thing. Now we have to add this different scripting language into our HTML web designing language. Okay, so let's move. The script code will be interpreted by the scripting engine of the web browser, that is an interpreter, and a browser that has scripting engine are called scripting host. Means now the web pages are displayed on a browser. Now the same browser should interpret the scripting which is added into that web browser's coding. So each browser must have a scripting engine to interpret the coding of JavaScript or any scripting language. Okay, now in the past there were certain browsers which do not have that facility. So the browsers which were having such facility were called scripting host. Nowadays all the browsers which are available are working as a scripting host. Okay, now as per the textbook of JSEB, certain points which are not covered in my presentation, that is JavaScript was designed to add interactivity and dynamic design to the web page. It is developed by Netscape. JavaScript is a scripting language that allows us to add programming aspects in our web page. Now, what is scripting language? That is a simple, lightweight programming language that does not support any advanced programming aspects like C, C++, Java, Python, etc. Scripting language is simple, we can say a coding, a programming language that allows us to do certain validation, certain interactive tools in the web page. Okay, so here we are not adding any kind of advanced programming aspects like creating classes and creating objects and working with the control system like this. So here we are dealing with the elements which are already available in the web page, right? So for that we are using scripting language. JavaScript is basically used in the web page to improve the design and validate the form. Now, as per the textbook, we have designed the form, so here we will concentrate more on validating the form. Okay, now use of JavaScript, where it is used to change the content of the web page after it is rendered by the browser. Means once the web page is displayed on the browser, we can make changes into the content through JavaScript. Like once the page is displayed and if user is pointing towards a certain image or picture or icon, then the corresponding details should be displayed or should be given in a floating window or in a browser window, right? That are kind of changes which we can add through JavaScript in a web page. Okay, to interact with the user through forms and controls. JavaScript is used to interact with the user through forms and controls. Now to create visual effects like animation on clicking on any event, and finally to control the web browser window itself. Okay, these are the use of JavaScript. So here we will concentrate more on the forms and controls. Characteristics of JavaScript. First, it is a platform independent, that is, it can be written on any text editor and can run on any operating system. JavaScript is same as the HTML, which is a platform independent, which means we can write the script anywhere irrespective of the kind of text editor or kind of operating system. It is available in two flavors. There are two types of scripting available, that is client side script and server side script. We will use the client side script. Means basically client side script is used for the web page designer who is designing the page, right? So here we are adding the script to validate the data before sending it to the server at the client side only, right? So that is called client side. Now most of the scripts which are available on a browser or on the internet are client side script only. Okay, the client side script runs inside the browser. It is used to validate the data entered in HTML forms on the client side before sending it to the server. Okay, embedding JavaScript in HTML. That means how to add JavaScript in HTML web page. So basically we can add JavaScript by three ways. JavaScript can be embedded in either body section, means we can start with the script tag in the body section and wherever it is required. Second, in a head section. And third, link to an external file containing JavaScript code, means we can add JavaScript into the HTML web page by three different ways, either in a body section or in a head section or as a link of external file into the web page. So here we are creating a special file of JavaScript and saving it at particular place, and by using the link tag in HTML head section and providing the path of that JavaScript file, we can utilize that file in our web page. Okay, we will use it in a head section. For our simplicity, we will use the JavaScript in a head section. Okay, now how to add the JavaScript? That is through script tag. JavaScript is enclosed within script and close script tag. Means whatever this script you want to add into the page, that must be enclosed within script and close script. Now this script and close script are the HTML tags. Okay, but the content we write in between the script and close script are JavaScript, and that is totally different than HTML. Okay, the type attribute of script tag is used to define the type of scripting language. Here basically script then space type is equal to text oblique JavaScript is written, but nowadays many browsers are supporting the JavaScript directly, so we don't need to add JavaScript as a type. Okay, now the most important thing, that is whatever the script code written within the script and close script will strictly follow the JavaScript rule. That is, in between the script and close script it is JavaScript, not HTML precisely. So as we said, it is a scripting language which is totally different than HTML syntaxes. So here we have to take care about the syntaxes and rules of JavaScript. Basically it is very strict case sensitive language. JavaScript is strictly case sensitive, that is some and some are considered two different identifiers. Okay, here we are using different syntaxes, like we are creating functions through function tag, function keyword, we are creating variable through where, we are using semicolon, colons, brackets. Okay, so all these things we need to take care. Okay, now important scripting syntaxes. Now the major syntaxes which are used in the page that we will discuss here. First, function in JavaScript. Now in HTML, in JavaScript, basically there are two types of functions. First is user defined function. User defined function means it is designed for user's customized purpose. The function created by user for their own purpose are user defined functions, like add numbers, clear screen, any other functions we can add as per our requirement. And second is inbuilt function. The inbuilt functions are those which are provided in the scripting language to do some predefined task. Means JavaScript itself providing us various functions to work with, like parse float, parse int, alert, focus. Okay, so all these are inbuilt function that we will be using in our page. Okay, that is all about function. Then next come to variable. Variable in JavaScript can be created using keyword where. Means variable is basically used to store any kind of value, and in a script we can create a variable through a keyword where. Now the most important thing we need to learn here, that is variable in a JavaScript are loosely casted. Loosely casted in the sense it doesn't have any kind of type, it doesn't have any particular type. Means it is not kind like in a variable we can store only numeric value, in this variable we can store only character value, in this variable we can store only floating point value. It is not like that. We can store any kind of value in any variable, right? So that is why it is called, it is loosely casted. Means we do not have any kind of cast. A variable can store any value like numeric, date, alphanumeric, etc. We can extract our precise value using some function. So suppose we have added certain value into the variable and we need to use that variable precisely as a numeric value. Then we have certain functions like parse float, parse int, parse number. Through that function we can deal with the numeric value from that variable's value given. Okay, example, variable, then my variable. Here my variable is a name of variable. it will create a variable named my variable. Okay, next thing is alert. Okay, what is alert? It is a dialog box in a JavaScript which displays the message given as a parameter. Alert box generally used with some criteria to give validation error to the user. The user can go forward only after pressing OK button. So here alert is basically a function in a script which returns a dialog box or a prompt message to the user which is given as a parameter. Means alert box is generally used with some criteria. Means we are adding certain condition over there in a script. If the condition violates, then what kind of error message we need to provide to the user, that is given as alert. Okay, once the alert message is displayed on a screen, by pressing OK button we can rectify our error. Okay, example, if argument 1 criteria operator argument 2, then if the criteria is not matching, then we can give the alert message through alert function. Okay, and finally return false. This is the syntax part of JavaScript coding. Okay, let's move. Writing text. Now if we need to add certain text into the script, then we can give a text in a web browser using script by JavaScript by Java function document.write or document.writeln. This is basically norms of Java used in JavaScript. The text given as a parameter will be displayed. Here document.write and in the bracket text content, whatever the content you are providing within the curly within the quotes, that will be displayed, or document.writeln. Now what is the difference between write and writeln? If we are using document.write, then the text content will be displayed as a word, and the remaining part of the line will be utilized by the next function. Means we are not occupying the entire line through write function. On the other hand, by writeln, irrespective of the size of the text content, we are occupying the complete line, and the next command will be executed after the continuation line. Okay, means if I am writing only the word, then after the word displayed, the entire line will be blank, and the next command will be executed after the next line. Okay, next is concatenating operator. This is most important that we will use in a script. Concatenating operator. See, many times it may happen that the variables value we need to attach with certain text string. Okay, so to attach the variable value with the text string, we use plus operator, that is called concatenating operator. We can embed our variable value in any text string using concatenating operator plus. We can attach the variable value anywhere in the string, that is at the end, at the beginning, or in between. For example, document.write text, then plus and the variable. Then what will happen? First the text content will be displayed, and along with the text with proper space, a variable value will be attached with this text. Or document.write and then variable plus and then text. Here first variable value will be displayed and the text content will be attached to that variable value. Now it may happen that the variable value should be displayed in between the two text content. So here we can add plus sign before the variable name and plus sign after the variable name, and both the side we can add the text. Okay, the last part of the presentation, that is comments in JavaScript. Unlike HTML, comments in a JavaScript are added differently, right? Comments in HTML, how we add comments in HTML, that is angular bracket exclamation, double dash, then we write the comment, and to end the comment we write double dash and angular bracket close. That is how we add comments in HTML. Now in a JavaScript, comments can be added by two ways. The comments in script can be given by two ways. First, using double slash. See here, double slash means wherever you want to add comment, after the end of that particular text string we can add double slash and write the comment. This is used when we want to give comment at the end of the statement. This comment exists the control at the end of the line, means this is called single line comment, which start with a double slash and ends with the end of the particular line. Second is using slash star and star slash. This is used to give multi-line comment or single line comment in between the script statement. See here, if we want to add a descriptive comment into the script, then we start with the slash star and end it with the star slash. Okay, so here the comment start with slash star and ends with the star slash. Okay, now remaining part as per the textbook of GSEB, the following points which are not covered in this presentation, okay, that we will see in next presentation. Okay, which are that? First is event and event handler, different events that occurs on the browser, the if block, alert, the focus method, isNaN method, DOM, that is document object model, okay. So these are the points which we will cover in next presentation. Okay, so here we have seen the brief introduction to JavaScript and many other parts. Now in next video we will see a small JavaScript practical part, and then I'll explain all these things which are remaining as per our textbook. Okay, so for today that's all. Okay, now go through the video, learn the points, and if you need, make a note in your notebook and prepare. Okay, fine, thank you.